But something else I want to go back to. If you look at different interpretations and other, how shall we say, esoteric information about maps, you may recall that one of the concepts that I've looked at many times is the tesseract, or the fourth dimension. But I don't think I've ever actually explained how the fourth dimension really operates. And you look at this animated GIF here of the hypercube, as they call it, or the nested cube. The problem is, it's not an accurate representation. The reality is you can't accurately represent the fourth dimension and the third dimension, and really what you're looking at, and what I'm looking at right now, is the second dimension representation of the fourth dimension. There really is no cube within the cube. What it really is all this simultaneously coexists. Well, how exactly does that make sense? How can you have a cube within a cube? What does it really mean? Well, there's an entirely different way of looking at it. And oddly enough, this particular individual who is talking about actually mapping out the third dimension on the fourth dimension, or perhaps I should say visualizing the fourth dimension by mapping it onto the third dimension, using the tesseract, of course. And you might recall that a classic cross, a two-dimensional cross, is folded up and it becomes the cube. In other words, the real nature of the world. Or does it? Because remember that we see the three-dimensional cross. And when you fold up the three-dimensional cross, you end up getting the tesseract, or the hypercube.